between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Get set! 19! Push him back! Push him back!
Now a first down throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in Week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Rip right, rip right.
On second down, it's Hunt. Nifty move. They find some open field here. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Now Watson. Forced out to his left. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
What's up? 19! Let's go, let's go! Let's go!
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He was looking for Daniels that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. It's wearing the tight end with it. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the out, watch the out. Mike 55, Mike 55. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Again, it's Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the first quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. More. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Spiller. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Spiller. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Listen, Ted. 19. Get that ball. Get that ball.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Watson on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Watson now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Watson on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Good work, man. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is Spiller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Set, ready. Hey, Reed. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
To throw is Ward on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. On the return, Carter. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Watch twist. Switch.
This is Hunt on the draw play. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Set. 19. 7. You must be dreaming. 7's a Mike. Mike 7.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Third and long, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Watson's throw here complete to Waring. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Ward, throwing on third and long. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Ward from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. That one goes for 30 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the delay, here's Hunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive. Going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A first throw for the backup Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Trubisky. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Trubisky. And Sanders has got it complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Go. Check 55, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Right there in the middle. 55.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here.
Hey, check right, check right. Watching it glide. Watch the pass.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3 bud. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A toss play to Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Watson is going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
On 3rd down, Watson, and that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite. To the 35.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Got an open man. It's QT. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16. from the gun. Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They'll run with Hunt on second down, and he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after two stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
A 20-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they were stopped on fourth down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on fourth down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a fourth down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway, but a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Trubisky. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. They run with Spiller. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Here's McCray now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Dolphins 20, Texans 15.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of score. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. sense of blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. After the sack on first down, Trubisky, he'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, they turn to Sanders. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. McCrane able to knock this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Uchenna Nwosu in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
All day.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Dolphins, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.